Where does Captain America go when he dies? Chris Heavens. Thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel today. As I get ready to tell you about what you can expect in this comic book editions video today, check out my latest Funko Pop that I've added into my collection. It's the Future State Yara Flor Funko Pop. So in this comic book editions video number 121, today I have some recent back issues that I've added into my collection that I'll be sharing with you, along with a few more fun comic book related items, and I have a very special unboxing at the end of this video that you want to stick around for. I'm so happy that you're joining me today. So this Funko Pop is one that I've had my eye on, and when the price jumped under $5 for a brand new Funko Pop, I couldn't resist that. There's still a few Wonder Woman or Wonder Woman related Funko Pops that I don't have into my collection yet. Some of them specifically around the 80th anniversary Wonder Woman Funko Pops from last year. So I'm still working on adding those in as the price is right. And as I said, the price was right for this one, which is why I picked her up now. I thought it would be a good way to kick off this comic book editions video today. Another fun non-comic book item into my collection, a new poster. Ooh, but what is it a poster of? Oh yeah, Artgerm Dazzler. Need I say more? So this will be the cover to Judgment Day, one of the variant covers for Judgment Day number 6 coming out later this month. And I can see why Marvel has made this into a poster available for the public. This is so gorgeous. I remember Artgerm teasing this on his social media earlier this summer, and I thought, oh my gosh, he's done Disco Dazzler. I have to have that regardless of whatever it is. And then to find out that they made a poster, I'm like, I have to have that. So I'm so happy that I have. I have heard a rumor, which I need to check into, and if you know anything, if this is true or not, let me know in the comments below, that this cover is going to be made into an incentive virgin foil cover for Judgment Day number 6. If that's true, hopefully it falls within budget so I can end up adding that into the collection. And you'll see it in a future comic book editions video here because I think I have to have that. I think I'm in love with this image. So I haven't really started decorating my YouTube studio / comic book room. So as I start to populate the walls, this is one that for sure you're going to be seeing somewhere. I could stare at this image all day. And happy to have this in a big 24 by 36 poster size. Now we have actually a little bit smaller folded promo poster of this image hanging up on the store window right now because it's probably my only shot to have a Disco Dazzler poster hanging in the store at one time. So I had to take that shot while I have it. And the comic book store feels complete with that up in the window right now. Okay, let's turn to the back issues that I have to share with you today. And we're going to start with Marvel, first of all. Do you remember about a year and a half ago, April of 2021, Marvel started this big push for their big Heroes Reborn, which brought the Squadron Supreme back into comic books after a little bit of a hiatus. Well, this book, which is Squadron Supreme Marvel Tales, reprints 4 classic early Bronze Age stories. So you have from Avengers issue number 69 and 70, and then from Avengers 85 and 86. So there's some great Roy Thomas stories and some Buscema art, Sal primarily, and one done by John Buscema. The original stories for these I don't have in my collection, nor do I think I've ever read, so this is going to be fun for me. I haven't delved in and read this yet. One thing since I've moved that I've been a little lax on is my comic book reading. I used to read a comic book every night before bed, and I really like that, and I actually miss doing that. I've just gotten so busy since I've been here, but that isn't an excuse. I need to get back into it, and when I do, I am looking forward to reading this book and taking all this great artwork and stories in. You know, this is the type of comic books that I absolutely love. This is one that I intended to pick up when it was brand new into the stores, and for whatever reason, I didn't get around to it. So I was happy that this second shot to be able to get this into my collection happened, and I pulled the trigger on it. Sticking with this Heroes Reborn theme, I picked up a few other books into my collection from the same era, same run. So here we have Marvel Double Action issue 1. This is the A cover, and I love this entire book from start to finish because it's nothing but a huge homage in it. So of course, obviously it's homaging the night that Gwen Stacy died from ASM 121 and 122. And spoiler, in the story, Falcon dies. But I love Tim Seeley wrote the story, really gave it that old classic vibe to it. And the Brett Breeding artwork, too, was such a great compliment to it. More comic books like this, please. That reminded me of my favorite era. More, please, please, please. Great story, though. So besides picking up the A cover to this issue, I said, let's just pick up the B cover as well and enjoy that. So in addition to the obvious homage to ASM in this book, there also is an homage to some Batman in here. You know, the famous Batman Robin slap, which has become a meme sensation, that takes place inside the story. And there is a little bit of an homage to the way that Joker killed Jason Todd's Robin from the Batman story within this as well. If you haven't read these issues, highly recommend them. Nice one-shots that were just a lot of fun. At least I thought so. One that I haven't had the chance to read yet, but look at it. This is Heroes Reborn. If I remember correctly, I think this is issue number 6, and it's really focused on Power Princess. Gee, I wonder who she looks like. I mean, if you're a Wonder Woman fan like I am, does that by default make you a Power Princess fan? Maybe. I mean, a lot of this this cover specifically, which is the trading card variant cover, and some of the other covers that they had for this issue that really focused on Power Princess. Man, the artwork looked exactly like Wonder Woman artwork, just with the costume slightly changed. I mean, it really did. But this was my favorite out of all of the covers, so this is the one that I decided to pick up. Haven't read this one yet, but I'm sure I will soon and enjoy it, hopefully. Let's show you some more Marvel. I want to show this Fantastic Four cover. And if you know anything about Fantastic Four Life Story, make sure to leave me a comment below because I didn't know anything about this title. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Now, what I thought it was going to be was just essentially a new comic book that kind of detailed what the Fantastic Four did through this decade. And in a sense, it does that. But in another sense, it feels very original at the same time. I've got to get the other issues for this. I chose the B cover for this one. I had the option for the A cover too, but I like the B just a little bit better. So that's the one I went with. And only this 1970s was available. So the other ones weren't around, and let me know if the other ones are as good as this one because I'll pick them up for sure. Really enjoyed this. I also liked how Reed Richards was so obsessed with Galactus and the impending arrival of Galactus that it started affecting some of his relationships with other people too. I thought that was a very interesting twist and touch to it. So love this though. Really, really enjoyed this. Wasn't one that I knew of, wasn't one I was going after, impulse buy, and it paid off for me. Let's show you some more older Marvel this time as we continue our comic book editions video today. Web of Spider-Man number 28. So my original childhood collection of Web of Spider-Man went to issue number 27 before I stopped collecting. I look at the cover of 28, I'm like, that's a no-brainer for me. I love the Statue of Liberty. Very happy that I've seen it with my own eyes. I wish I could tour it sometime, get a little bit closer than I did, but I have seen it with my own eyes. I love Statue of Liberty covers. So this story takes place in 1984. At that time, they were doing repairs and renovations on the Statue of Liberty. So this kind of talks about part of the torch being stolen and how Spider-Man has to get it back because if he doesn't, it could actually affect his secret identity getting revealed to the world. So just a fun story. And since I had up to 27 in the collection, let's just make it now up to issue 28 in the collection. I love this cover too. Like I said, I'm a sucker for Statue of Liberty themed covers or stories or something. So this was no-brainer. Love Spidey in that black suit as well. Another older Marvel comic book that I want to share, Oh, look at this one, and it's even got a date stamp on it. May 1st, 1969. How about that? We have Captain America number 116, and in this issue, the Avengers are guest starring, which was a huge draw for me in choosing to pick this book up and add it into my collection. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the oldest Captain America comic book that's in my collection right now. I think that's pretty accurate because I'm not counting the facsimiles that were done. Haven't read this one yet either, but it's I've flipped through it a little bit and I'm like, yeah, I definitely would enjoy this comic book. No doubt in my mind at all. So to me, that was a wise investment of my money. Did you think I had forgotten about DC Comics? Heck no, you know I'm a DC fan. Here we have Truth and Justice, Volume 1, Issue 1. Now, from what I understand, I think this was a digital series first, and then after they collected several of the chapters, they actually put it into print form. I believe I'm correct on that. Very short-lived title. This is one that I completely missed out on, knew nothing about it, but when I read the concept of it, I'm like, that's pretty interesting. So issue 1 features Vixen, and I think Vixen is a great character, pretty underused. One thing that you might notice already, I featured this comic book along with Cookie from Just a Little Podcast and Comics for Thomas in the latest episode of Cover By that we just released this past Friday. So there's an A, this is the A cover, and there's a B cover, and trying to decide which one I like the best between the two in the panel picks. And since, like I said, this is the A cover, I did also pick up the B cover. I was such a fan of both covers that I was like, when I saw these two covers, I was like, oh, these two are perfect for Cover By. This series, Truth and Justice, is actually pretty unique. It looks like it focuses on different Justice League members in each issue. I think it only lasted 7 print comic books. So, like I said, they took each several chapters, and once they were concluded, put them into a comic book form. The final issue with Zatanna, that looks to be very good, and I've heard that's a good story as well. Didn't see that one. Strict cover by on this. Love both covers, and if you want to see which one I like better than the other, you'll have to watch that cover by video if you haven't already, and see which one the panel ends up picking. Strict cover buys here, but that's probably a good thing because the story wasn't all that great. I was pretty disappointed in the story. I was expecting a little bit more. I guess for as excited as I was over both covers, I was hoping that the story would match that excitement, and it didn't. But it was bought for cover by purposes, and so it fulfilled the need. I love the books for the covers, and that's what I'll enjoy more than the story. One more DC book that I want to show today. Oh, it's some Silver Age for you. It's Teen Titans, Volume 1. What issue is this? Issue number 8, I believe. Got some great purple background there, a great purple cover. I'm really whittling down on my Teen Titans that I need. The goal is to have Volume 1 completed before this year wraps up. That looks like an achievable goal, too. So you'll definitely will be seeing more Silver Age Teen Titans in Featured Comic Book Editions videos. I have some Silver Age Teen Titans on order, too. I just haven't had that order shipped out yet. I'm filling up like a box first before I get them all shipped out. But once I do, you'll definitely see some future Silver Age Teen Titans on this channel. Nick Cardy artwork here on the cover, classic Nick Cardy. So love this. Now sometimes these stories are a little bit hard to read in terms of the dialogue. You know, it's like, oh yeah, Daddy Flasheroo, let's go grab Wonder Chick and solve this crime. You know, it just, that's a little pretty dated. But outside of that, I'm a Teen Titans fan, have been since I was an original childhood collector. Now to me, I showed Yara Flor Wondergirl at the beginning of this video, but Donna Troy Wondergirl, that will always be my Wondergirl. Although I do prefer her in the red jumpsuit outfit. Just saying. So those are some of the recent additions into my back issue collection. Before we wrap up this comic book editions video, I have this to open. Ooh, Amazon has sent something. So I'm so excited to get to share this with you. Last week, instead of doing that comic book editions video, I did a special Meanwhile video that you guys have been so amazing over, where I announced that I was a writer of Tidal Wave Productions' new Female Force Loretta Lynn comic book. Now, the irony of this is I wrote the book, I started writing it on Loretta Lynn's 90th birthday back in April. And there's a week between her birthday and my birthday. I started writing it on her birthday, I completed it and turned it in on my birthday. Well, October 5th was always the planned release date because it's the first comic book release day, Wednesday, in the month of October, which is Country Music Month. Plus, on October 5th, 1970, Decca Records released Loretta Lynn's signature song, Coal Miner's Daughter. So that was like the perfect release day. Who knew that this legend would pass away the day before? Loretta knew of the project and was excited over what she had seen of it. It breaks my heart that she didn't actually get to hold a copy and flip through the pages. I think she would have gotten a real kick out of being a comic book. But for the first time, I've seen all the pages digitally for months now. But this is the first time I've seen a printed version. There's the back cover. Oh, wow. This feels real now. Oh my gosh. It's like it didn't feel real before, but I'm holding it in my hands now. This is the hardcover. One thing I need to do, I want to make sure I get some of these into libraries. Because that means I'm a big supporter of libraries and a big fan of this. This is the hardcover version. There are some regular comic book format, the floppies, that are available. This is the B cover. But there are floppies of this cover and the main A cover. Plus there's a floppy foiled version, with foil goodness in it of the main A cover too. And those are available on comicfleamarket.com. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description for this video in case you're interested in ordering. But I'm actually holding one in my hands for the first time. Oh my gosh. So many people were so nice and kind about my writing. Oh my gosh, wow. Wow. So my floppies are coming. I'm just waiting for them to arrive. But as I said, this is the actual first time I've held a real copy in my hands. It's one heck of a way to wrap up a comic book editions video, isn't it? Hey, thank you guys too for your support and your pre-orders and your orders of it. When yours arrive, if you would take a picture of yourself with the book and send it to me or DM it to me, I would certainly appreciate that. If I can share it on social media, that would be awesome too. But just to have it for my own personal scrapbook would mean a lot to me. Leave me a comment below. Let's dialogue about anything that you saw in this comic book editions video today. I'd love to talk about any of it and more with you. Your comments are always welcomed, encouraged, and appreciated. Give this video a thumbs up, a heart, a like. Share this video on this channel with someone that you think might enjoy it. That's a great way to show support to the channel. Thanks for making it to the end of this comic book editions video. In the future, we have a tag team A.OK. Stone Cold Steve Whiting and Bronze Age Brian, who have both individually A.OK.'d me, have teamed up for an A.OK. together. And I guess there's two packages I should expect. One package has already arrived, and I'm waiting for the other one to arrive. So if that other one arrives before next week, that will be our next comic book editions video. Otherwise, it will be coming soon to the channel. Thanks again for watching. Take care and have a great rest of your day. Bye.